cross wreath, unique in a creek cross. So you need 24 of the, this is moss green poly burlap I'm using. You can do any color you want. It looks brown on camera, but it is green. So you need 4 pieces of the fabric mist or whatever red you want to use. This ball is 2 inches. Painted it, sealed it with Mod Podge, and cut it in half. So what I did is I went ahead and took a 10-inch, like a black, you know, poly burlap. So I used the edge of it, right? You see? And I took a few off here, and then I glued it all around like that. And then I added these in there so I can have that look of that that center. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that all the way around. You can use whatever you want for the center, but I thought this looked cute, so yeah, I did make one of these last night just to see how it was on my mind all weekend, right? This cross. Finally I had to make it, and it turned out real cute. Did, if you can see that. So I'm gonna glue those all around in there. So again, welcome you all. Thanks for joining me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna glue them right where I think I cut these pins in half, right? The wire pins. I cut them up because they're too long. They might come out on the other end if I don't. So I usually add 2 in there and put glue. That's what I do for my centers, so they'll hold. So I'm just gonna put some glue in there and let that dry, and we'll set that aside. So isn't that's cute. So again, this is moss green that I'm using. So we'll show you a couple here. This is I'm just gonna use this 20-inch mark here. I'm gonna make sure my tip up here is lined on that line. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right under that line, just so they line up real good. So 2 inches apart, and same as this one, 2 inches apart again. So I'm just gonna turn that around, and I'm gonna go down to 2 inches down, and I'm just gonna scrunch right there. See that? I just scrunch this first, and I put them together like that. I use the 20-inch mark because it's right in front of my camera. As long as these tips are 2 inches apart, you're good. If you can eyeball them, that's good too. They look good like that as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna turn them around, making sure that these shoulders here are lined up right on the line. And I'm just gonna go down to 2 inches. I'm gonna scrunch it right there, and I'm gonna put them together. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna put the petal in. So this way looks good too, but this is how I've been laying my petals down onto the cross. All right, I hope I explained that okay. So let's put the petals. I did go ahead and put petals on the bottom and the right side of the cross. So again, it's a less than a roll of 10-inch cut mesh that you'll need for this project. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add these petals in there to make things go a little faster, because it's really gonna be fun to see what she does with it. So I am using the four, I don't usually, but I do with this now because, so I'll cover up the board. So I am using the 4 in the middle, but I'll be sharing those holes with the poppy petals. Again, my version of the poppy petals. So here's the back. So again, I did use that, so I'm gonna reuse those 4 again with the petals. So that's the cross. So beautiful, isn't it? So let's go on and do the petals for the poppy. So this is cut with a rotary cutter. This is fabric mesh. Again, you can use whatever mesh you want to use. So what I did for the poppy. So this is a 10 by 10 cut mesh, right? So I am gonna fold it like that, the way we always fold our petals. And so you gotta watch this real close because I'm only doing 4 petals, and I hope I'm gonna explain this right, because it's gonna take some gluing and some really neat tricky folding with this. So I take this, right, how she did it. So she took this and turned it like that, and this is where I changed it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right there. She did that twice, but I'm just gonna do it once and put the tips together like that, right? And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. I'm gonna like put it under like that, and then I'm gonna put it on top. So you fold it once, I put it on top, the pointed one. And then I'm gonna scrunch about 2 inches. This is where it gets tricky. I'll put a pin on here so I'll explain it good. So I'm gonna take this, right, this one, I'm gonna put it under like that, and take this and put it like that. You see this? This is what you want right here. You keep that like that. And this is where you're gluing. You need to glue right there and here. Just a little bit of glue, not too much. Put a pin on there where I glued it. And again with this one, I'm gonna put some glue. I hope you can see what I'm doing. All right. It's a little complicated, but there's only 4 petals that you need to do with this. So right here, when you get that little heart shaped on the poppy, this is where you fold it. This is where you fold it a little bit, right here. You see this? That's going to be folded down about 1/2 inch. And you'll get that little heart shaped. Just going to put some glue, just a little bit. It won't see through, it won't peep through because this fabric mess is thick. So you see that little heart shaped. Once I get all these off, like this one is probably done, and this one, you see that little shape, like a poppy petal, like a little heart is what is. So again, let's do another one. Get some. You need pins for this, right? Okay, so here I'm gonna take this, put it like that, and put it right there. And again with this one, I'll put it right there. So you get that shape. So a pin, so these won't go anywhere. This isn't really not for beginners. If you're a beginner wreather, it's really not a good start for you. You get frustrated. So this is how, take this and this, put them out like that, right? And these two, I glued together. Right there. I just take this and I glued it. Get a pin and put a pin on there. Again, I'm gonna glue this like that. I'm going to glue it. And this one, this top part now, we glue that one too. So we can take this off now. So you see the shape that it's shaped like a, you know, poppy petal. So we're just gonna put that into the, so again, I'll show you again. So 2 more we need to do. So, but right now I'm just gonna add the 4 zip ties in there again. It's serred holes. So I didn't cut these off because these right here in the middle are gonna give those red petals a little bit of lift, and that's why I didn't cut those off. All right. Okay, so let's add those 4 in there, and we'll take off the pins, and then you'll see what it looks like. So with this cross, I'm not putting any green, you know, green leaves on it, but if you're if you want to do this, try this out. You're welcome to do anything you want to do with it. So I'm just going to cut off about 1.5 inches, or no, about 1 inch of the tail. And then I'm just going to slip that into the seared hole zip tie. Really have to close that up because I don't want it slipping out. That should be tight enough. Okay. So it's really messy here. Alright, I gotta move things around so you guys can have a better look. So I'm just gonna take these off again. They're not all the same, right? But not all petals are the same. But those ones, the ones that I made really slow, the first cross that I did, right? I'll show you hereafter. That one, those petals came out pretty good. But, you know. You see, these are, you can glue these together like that once they're all in there too. Or you can put something black through it, like there's a little bit of black in the petals, in the poppies as well. When you look at it, that's where you can slip in your little bit of black. So whatever you need to do in that, you can, so it's up to you. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut that off a little bit. Sorry, I'm just a neat freak. I just clean as I go. I'm like that. So. You see that little shape that I was going for in that glue that we put, the touch of glue that we put right there. So this is where I meant that you can put the black right in between there if you want. But you can see that the cross is really full and you can't see through it, and